Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. In today's session, we will walk through the end-to-end journey of an inbound voice call in a contact center. And we'll explore it across three distinct stages. Pre-offered stage. What happens before the call reaches an agent? Offered stage. What happens once the call is connected to an agent? Post-offered stage. What happens after the conversation ends? Together, we'll see how these stages create a seamless experience for customers and how contact centers manage every step of the journey. Let's begin the journey of an inbound voice call in a call center, starting with the very first and most crucial step. Customer dials the number. When a customer needs assistance, whether it's to inquire about their bill, resolve a technical issue, or get help with a product, they start by calling the company's service number. This could be a toll-free line, a local number, or even an international helpline, depending on the business's reach. Think of this as the customer's first point of contact. It's the moment they place their trust in the company, expecting a quick and effective resolution. At this stage, the goal is simple: to ensure the customer can easily connect with the organization without delays, complicated dialing processes, or accessibility issues. For example, imagine a customer saying, "I need help with my bill." They pick up the phone and dial the company's customer service number, confident they'll be guided toward the right solution. This first step sets the tone for the entire journey. If the call connects smoothly, it builds confidence. If not, frustration can start before the real conversation even begins. That's why ensuring robust telecom infrastructure, clear instructions in IVR menus, and multiple access points for customers is essential to delivering a seamless experience from the very start. Hope this is clear. Thank you. Now that the customer has dialed the number, the next critical stage is network and carrier handling. At this point, the telecom carrier steps in to bridge the gap between the customer and the company's call center system. When the call hits the carrier's network, it does two essential things before routing the call forward. First, it captures the caller ID, the phone number or identity of the person calling. This information can later be used by the call center to personalize the interaction or link the call to the customer's account. Second, it identifies the dialed number, in other words, which company line or department the customer was trying to reach. For instance, a company might have separate numbers for billing, technical support, and sales. The dialed number helps the system figure out where the call should go next. In simple terms, the telecom carrier acts like a postal service for voice calls. It receives the call, reads the address label, the dialed number and caller ID, and then forwards it to the correct call center platform, ready for the next stage of the journey. The smoother this step is, the faster the customer reaches the right place, ensuring their experience starts on the right note. Hope this is clear. Thank you. After the call leaves the telecom carrier, it now arrives at the company's call center system, the heart of all call handling operations. This system could be built on platforms like Avaya, Genesys, Cisco, or Amazon Connect, depending on the company's technology stack. Think of it as the digital gateway where every inbound call is welcomed, evaluated, and routed intelligently. The moment the call enters this system, several critical checks take place automatically. Business hours validation. The system verifies whether the call has come in during operating hours. If the center is closed, it may trigger an automated message, provide self-service options, or direct the customer to leave a voicemail. Routing decisions. Based on predefined rules, the system decides whether to forward the call to the next stage, block it if it's flagged as spam, or redirect it to another department or location. In essence, this step acts as a traffic controller for inbound calls, ensuring every customer is handled efficiently and according to company policies before moving further into the call center journey. A well-configured call center system makes this process seamless, keeping wait times low and customer satisfaction high. Hope this is clear. Thank you. Once the call enters the call center system, it often moves to the IVR, or Interactive Voice Response System, the automated voice menu customers hear at the start of most service calls. Here, customers can interact using either keypad inputs or voice commands to navigate through different options. Typically, they might select a language so they can communicate comfortably, enter account or order numbers to help the system fetch relevant information in advance, choose the type of service they need, for example, billing inquiries, technical support, or sales assistance. The IVR isn't just a menu system, it's also a self-service platform. Many routine requests, such as checking account balances, tracking order status, or making simple updates, can be handled here automatically, without ever needing to speak to a live agent. If the customer finds the information they need here, the journey ends successfully at this stage, saving both time and resources. But if the query is more complex or requires human assistance, the call seamlessly moves forward to the next stage for deeper support. Hope this is clear. Thank you. Once the IVR determines that the customer needs human assistance, the call moves to the next stage, the call queue. Here, the system temporarily holds the call until an available agent can take over. During this waiting period, customers typically experience a few key features designed to make the wait more manageable. Hold music or informational messages. Instead of silence, customers often hear music or company messages, such as service updates or promotional offers, keeping them informed and engaged while they wait. Estimated wait time, EWT. Many call centers now provide an estimated time before the next agent becomes available, helping set realistic expectations and reduce frustration. Callback option. To further enhance convenience, some centers allow customers to request a callback rather than staying on hold, freeing them from the wait while maintaining their place in the queue. This stage is critical for customer satisfaction. A well-managed queue with accurate wait times and flexible options can turn what might feel like dead time into a smoother, more positive experience. Hope this is clear. Thank you. After the call has waited in the queue, the system now moves to a critical stage, routing decision. This is where the call center's intelligence comes into play, ensuring every call reaches the right agent at the right time. The system evaluates multiple factors in real time to make this decision. Agent availability. The first check is simple: which agents are free to take a call right now? No point routing to someone already busy. Agent skills. Next, the system looks at the skill sets needed for the call. For instance, if the customer selected Spanish as their language or needs help with a technical issue, the call is matched to an agent who has the right language fluency or product expertise. Call priority. Finally, the system considers priority. VIP customers or calls marked as urgent may be pushed to the front of the line to ensure premium or time-sensitive service. This step ensures efficiency and personalization. Rather than assigning calls randomly, routing decisions maximize first call resolution, minimize transfers, and improve the customer experience significantly. Hope this is clear. Thank you. With the routing decision made, the next step in the journey is call offered to agent. At this moment, the system identifies the most suitable agent and offers the call to them. On the agent's desktop or soft phone, two things typically happen instantly. The phone or soft phone rings, signaling a new call is waiting. Customer details may automatically pop up on the agent's screen, pulled from the CRM or integrated systems. This could include the customer's name, account number, recent interactions, or even the reason for calling if captured earlier in the IVR. If the agent accepts the call, the system seamlessly connects the customer and agent, enabling a smooth and personalized conversation right from the start. However, if the agent doesn't answer within a set time, maybe they're away or busy, the system automatically sends the call back to the queue and reassigns it to the next best available agent. This step ensures zero dead ends and keeps the customer moving forward toward resolution without unnecessary delays. Hope this is clear. Thank you. Now we arrive at the heart of the inbound call journey, the active conversation. At this stage, the customer and the agent are finally connected. The real interaction begins here. The agent's role is to listen carefully, understand the issue, and work toward a resolution in the most efficient and empathetic way possible. During the conversation, several things may happen. The agent may place the customer on hold briefly to check information in backend systems or consult internal resources. If the issue falls outside their scope, the agent may transfer the call to a more suitable department or specialist. In more complex scenarios, the agent might set up a conference call with another expert to resolve the issue collaboratively in real time. Throughout this process, the agent's goal remains the same: to ensure the customer feels heard, supported, and guided toward a clear solution. This step has the greatest impact on customer satisfaction, making it one of the most critical stages in the entire call journey. Hope this is clear. Thank you. Even after the customer hangs up, the agent's work isn't done yet. This next stage is called after-call work, often abbreviated as ACW, and it plays a vital role in maintaining accurate records and smooth operations. Here's what typically happens during this stage. The agent writes detailed notes summarizing the key points of the conversation. They log the resolution in the CRM system, ensuring a complete record for future reference. The call is tagged or categorized, for example as billing issue, technical support, or complaint resolved. These tags help the organization track call reasons, analyze trends, and identify opportunities for improvement. This step may seem small, but it's essential. Clear documentation supports future interactions, helps with compliance, and provides valuable data for reporting and training. The goal here is to wrap up the interaction neatly so that both the customer and the business have a complete picture of what happened and what was resolved. Hope this is clear. Thank you. With the customer's issue resolved and the agent's after-call work complete, the final stage is post-interaction processing. At this point, the system takes over to ensure follow-up actions and performance tracking happen automatically and efficiently. This typically includes sending customer feedback surveys such as CSAT, customer satisfaction, or NPS, Net Promoter Score, to measure the quality of the experience directly from the customer's perspective. Storing call recordings for quality monitoring, compliance requirements, and future training purposes. This helps supervisors review interactions, identify coaching opportunities, and ensure regulatory standards are met. Feeding call data into reports for key metrics like service level, average handle time, AHT, and first call resolution, FCR. These analytics help leadership teams monitor performance, identify bottlenecks, and drive continuous improvement. This stage closes the loop on the call journey, transforming a single interaction into valuable insights that shape better processes, better training, and better customer experiences in the future. Hope this is clear. Thank you. Let's quickly recap the entire journey of an inbound voice call in a call center, step by step. First, the customer dials the number. This is where the journey begins, with the customer reaching out for help or information. Next comes network and carrier handling, where the telecom carrier receives the call, identifies the caller, and routes it to the company's call center system. As the call enters the call center platform, the system checks business hours, call eligibility, and routing rules to decide the next step. If applicable, the customer interacts with IVR or self-service options, choosing language, entering account details, or even resolving simple queries without agent assistance. When the call requires a live agent, it enters the queue, where the customer may hear hold music, receive estimated wait times, or even request a callback. At this point, the system makes a routing decision, assigning the call to the most suitable agent based on availability, skills, and priority levels. The call is then offered to the agent. The agent's phone rings, and customer details instantly appear on their screen, enabling a personalized start to the conversation. The heart of the journey is the active conversation, where the agent listens, understands, and resolves the customer's issue, sometimes involving transfers or conferences if needed. After the call ends, the agent completes after-call work, logging notes, tagging the call, and updating the CRM system. Finally, the post-interaction processing stage begins, where surveys are sent, recordings are stored, and performance data feeds into analytics and quality reports for continuous improvement. And that completes the end-to-end journey of an inbound voice call, from the first dial to post-call insights. Hope this is clear. Thank you. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.